Hello students, before we start our chapter, I would like to request you all to watch our introductory 2 videos given by me so that you will be clear about the 3-step strategy to do Dhamaka in physics exams. We have given the videos in the description box, or you can just click on our videos displayed at the end of this video for either introductory 2 videos or the next videos. Okay then, let's enjoy physics by Mr. Patel, who has a long, profound experience of 29 years of teaching physics in Sainik School, Balachadi.
Chapter 3, combination of resistors, series and parallel. This topic we left while teaching in the chapter 3 as it was not in the CBSE course shown. So, it was the Gujarat board students. This is in the course. 30% course is deleted, but this is in the course, and cells and series and parallel are deleted in the Gujarat board. So, there is a slight difference between the deletion of the central board, other boards and the Gujarat board. The book is the same, correct? So, let us see this. Resistors in series first. If a number of resistors are connected end to end so that the same current flows through each resistor, correct? Same current I flows through them or each resistor, then they are said to be connected in series. This is the circuit diagram for series resistors R1, R2 and R3. They are connected end to end. Second end of the R1 is connected with the first end of the R2. Second end of the R2 is connected with the first end of the R3 and so on. This B is the battery of V volt. Key is this is a simple key. The resistors R1, R2 and R3 are in series. Figure shows 3 resistors R1, R2 and R3 connected in series. When a potential difference V applied across the V is the potential difference applied across the resistors. The same current, the current is the same. But what is the difference? Potential difference. That will drop according to the value of resistors. So, here potential drop will be I into R according to Ohm's law, IR1, here IR2, IR3 and so on. Correct. The potential drop across 3 resistors are V1 is equal to IR1, V2 is equal to IR2 and V3 is equal to IR3. If R equivalent is the equivalent resistance, this is the equivalent circuit of this. This R equivalent resistor, this resistor replaces all 3. This is effect produced by all 3 is the same produced by equivalent resistance R. So, R eq is the equivalent resistance of R1, R2 and R3. This is equivalent circuit. So, V is equal to, according to Ohm's law, I into R equivalent. But V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. What is difference? Potential difference. So, calculate the potential difference, which is different. So, V is equal to I into R equivalent, and that is equal to V1 IR1 V plus V2 IR2 plus V3, that is IR3. So, I is common. So, R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Thus, resistance increases in the series resistance, or we can say the net resistance equal to the sum of the individual resistances. If number of resistances are n, if n resistance instead of 3 n resistors are connected in series, then equivalent resistance R equivalent is equal to sum of the all n resistors connected in series, that is R1 plus R2, R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus so Rn. Next is the parallel combination. Number of resistors are connected in between 2 common points so that the different current flows through them, then they are said to be connected in parallel. This is a circuit diagram for parallel connection. You can see the one end of all resistors R1, R2 and R3 are connected to one common point A, and another point of R1, R2 and R3 that is also connected with the common point B. Such connection is said to be a parallel connection. Here current in the main circuit is say I1 total current. Here it divides into 3 parts. So, I1 flows through the R1, I2 flows through the R2 and I3 flows through the R3. So, different current flows. So, here we will calculate the current which is different. Let I1, I2 and I3 be the currents through the resistors R1, R2 and R3. Since all resistors are connected between the same 2 points A and B, the potential difference V is the same. for all three. The V potential difference V across the AB is the same for all three, R1, R2 and R3. Okay. Again, the total current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Total current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. This is equivalent resistance. Let R equivalent replaces all three resistors connected in parallel. So, current I flowing through the R equivalent is equal to, according to the Ohm's law, I is equal to V upon R equivalent. Thus, from the Ohm's law, I1 is equal to V upon R1, I2 is equal to V upon R2 and I3 is equal to V upon R3. If R equivalent is the equivalent resistance of all three resistors, then I is equal to V upon RQ. Therefore, V upon RQ, that is I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. I1 is V upon R1, I2 is V upon R2 and I3 is V upon R3. Therefore, 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Here the net resistance decreases. In parallel connection, net resistance decreases. For n resistors connected in parallel, that is R equivalent, 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 dash 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 1 upon Rn. Thus, reciprocal of equivalent resistance, reciprocal of the equivalent resistance is equal to reciprocal of the sum of the reciprocals of individual resistances. Now, in the parallel connection, sometimes in electrical circuit we want more resistance or less resistance. Suppose you want the 4 ohm resistance and you haven't got the 4 ohm resistance, you have got 2 resistors of 2 ohms each. So, how will you connect? You will connect in the series. So, that in the series the resistance, as we have seen, is R is equal to R1 plus R2. The net resistance is equal to 2 plus 2, that is 4, what you want. Similarly, if you want a 1 ohm resistance from the 2 ohms resistance each, then you will have to connect them in parallel. So, 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon R, that is R is equal to 1. Example 3.5 is the solved numerical on page number 112. A network of resistors is connected to a 16 volt battery with internal resistance of 1 ohm as shown in the figure. Compute the equivalent resistance of the network. B. Second, obtain the current in each resistor and obtain the voltage drop across AB, BC, that is VAB, VBC and VCD. This is a network given, correct. From the figure you can see these are the parallel resistors, correct, and this is in series with this, these are also parallel. Now, the network is a simple series and parallel connection. Here is a series, here is a parallel, this is the internal resistance of a battery, that is 1 ohm. The network is a simple series and parallel connection. The equivalent resistance R1 of the first 2 4 ohm resistors in parallel, that will be 2 ohms, correct. 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 is 1 upon R. You can use this equation, that is R is equal to R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. R1 R2, that is 4 multiplied by 4 upon R1 plus R2, 4 plus 4. We know the parallel resistance decreases. So, equivalent resistance of 2 4 ohms resistance connected in parallel is not 8. If it is connected in the series, it will be 8. If it is connected in parallel, it is 2 ohms. Similarly, the equivalent resistance R2 of this 12 ohm and 6 ohm, that is R1 R2 12 into 6 72 upon R1 plus R2 12 plus 6, that is 8 18 72 upon 18, that is 4 ohms. R2 is equal to 4 ohms. Thus, equivalent circuit of this portion can be shown by this. This is the 2 ohms, this equivalent of this is 2 ohms, then 1 ohm in series, and equivalent of this 12 ohm and 6 ohm in parallel is also 4 ohms. So, net resistance is 4, these are in series now. So, 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is 7 ohms. So, total current is equal to EMF upon R plus internal resistance R, 1 ohm we will have to consider while calculating the current. So, E upon 7, R is equal to 7 equivalent resistance plus R, that is 1 ohm, that is 16 by 8, that is 2 ampere. So, current is 2 ampere. Now, let us consider the current in each branch. So, total current in the circuit is 2 ohm. You can see this is a symmetric circuit, there is 4 ohms and 4 ohms. So, I1 is equal to I2 naturally, both the resistors are the same. Or you can consider the equivalent resistor R1 is equal to 2 ohms and calculate the potential drop, correct, on current also. So, current here will be 1 ampere, here also will be 1 ampere, or you can use the equation I1 into 4 is equal to I2 into 4, that is I1 is equal to I2. I1 into 4 is equal to I2 into 4, that is therefore I1 is equal to I2, and I1 plus I2 is equal to total current I, and that is 2 ampere. So, I1 is equal to I2 is equal to 1 ampere, correct. Current in each 4 ohm resistor is 1 ampere, this is the answer. So, here current is here 1 ampere, here also 1 ampere. Here the total current I1 and I2 they meet here. So, here to the 1 ohm is 2 ampere, correct. The current in the 1 ohm resistors is equal to, that is IBC is 2 ampere. Consider the resistor between C and D, this portion. So, 12 into I3 is equal to I4 into 6. So, I3 into 12 is equal to I4 into 6, that is I4 is equal to 2I3, and I3 plus I4 that is equal to 2 ampere. I3 plus I4 is equal to 2 ampere, and that is equal to I3 plus I4 is equal to 2I3, I4 is equal to 2I3, you can get from the equation I3 into 12 is equal to I4 into 6. So, I4 is equal to 2I3, put this value. So, I3 plus I4 is equal to 2I3, that is 2I3 plus I3, that is 3I3 is equal to 2 ampere, because 3I3 is equal to 2 ampere. So, I3 is equal to 2 by 3 ampere. So, I4 is equal to 2I3, and that is equal to 2 into I3 is 2 ampere by 3 ampere, that is 2 into 2 by 3, that is 4 by 3 ampere. So, I3 is 2 by 3 ampere and I4 is double because resistance is less, the current will be double. This ratio is 2 is to 1, barabar. So, current will be in the reverse direction 1 is to 2. So, here current will be half than that of current here. So, here current is 4 upon 3 ampere, here 2 by 3 ampere. Now, potential drop across VAB, the resistance, net resistance here is 2 ohms. So, 2 ohms into current, potential is equal to, here potential across the 4 ohms and this ohm also same, both are connected with the common point A and B, or you can calculate individually also, the answer will be the same. So, VAB is equal to 2 ampere into 2 ohm net resistance, that is 4 watt. Similarly, VBC is equal to 1 ohm into 2 ampere, that is 2 watt. VBC is equal to current into resistance, that is voltage drop across the resistance 2 watt. VCD, this resistance, correct, equivalent resistance is 4 ohm. So, 4 into 2 current, voltage into resistance, that is 2 ampere into 4 ohm, that is 8 volt. The total voltage is 4 volt plus 2 volts 6 volt plus 8 volt, that is 14 volt. 4 plus 2 plus 8. The terminal voltage of the battery is 14 volts. So, terminal voltage of the battery is, when it is sending a current in the circuit, that is 14 volt. The terminal voltage of the battery is 14 volt and EMF is 16 volt. The loss of voltage is 2 volt, that is due to the internal resistance R. Internal resistance R is equal to 1 ohm into current is 2 ampere. So, 1 into 2, that is 2 volt is the loss of potential due to the voltage 2 volts is accounted for the internal resistance, as we have already studied. R is equal to 1 of the battery, correct, that is internal resistance of the battery, that is 1 ohm into current in the circuit, that is 2 volt is the loss of potential. Now, example 3.3 of the exercise, page number 127. A. 3 resistors 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohms are connected, combined in a series. What is the total resistance of the combination? That is the net resistance or equivalent resistance, correct. If the combination is connected to a battery of 12 volt and negligible internal resistance, obtain the potential drop across each resistor. Let us see the first part. Equivalent resistance of 3 resistors connected in series we know that is equal to sum of the individual resistances. So R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So R equivalent is 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is equal to 6 ohm. We know that in series the resistance increases. Next, the current in the circuit I is equal to EMF upon equivalent resistance, that is 12 volt upon 6, that is equal to internal resistance is negligible. So, we have to not consider E upon total resistance in the circuit is 6. So, 12 upon 6, R is 0, small r is 0, that is equal to 2 ampere. So, current in the circuit is 2 ampere. So, potential drop across resistors R1 is V1 is equal to current into resistance IR1, that is equal to I is current is 2 ampere and resistance is 1 ohm, correct. So, 2 volt. The voltage drop across the R2 is V2 say, then V2 is equal to I into R2, that is equal to 2 into 2, current is 2 and resistance is also 2, that is 4 volt. If resistance is more, the voltage drop will be more for the same current because they are connected in series. V3, similarly V3 is equal to 2 ampere into 3 ohm resistance, that is 6, correct. So, resistance is more, voltage drop is more, correct. If it is 3 times, then voltage will be 3 times. Here 1 ohm resistance, so voltage drop is 2 ohm, here 3 ohms, then voltage drop is 6 volt. So, here 2 volts, here 3, here double, then this, here triple. The total resistance is in the circuit is 6 ohm as we have calculated. The total current in the circuit is 2 ampere and potential drop across R1 is 2 volt, across R2 is 4 volt and R3 is 6 volt. Next question, 3.4 on the same page. A, 3 resistor 2 ohms, 4 ohms and the 5 ohms are combined in parallel. What is the total resistance of the combination? Next question, if the combination is connected to a battery of EMF 20 volt and negligible internal resistance, determine the current through each resistor and the total current drawn from the battery. So, equivalent resistance of the number of resistors connected in parallel is equal to the Req is the equivalent resistance. The reciprocal of the equivalent resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocal of individual resistances. That is 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So, 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5, that is equal to LCM is 20. So, 20, this here 10, this is 5 plus 15 and here 4, that is 19, 19 by 20 is equal to 1 upon R equivalent. So, R equivalent is equal to reverse 20 upon 19 ohms. So, current is equal to EMF upon total resistance R1, internal resistance is negligible. So, we have to not consider it at all. So, voltage is battery voltage is 20, I1 is equal to E upon R1, 20 upon 2, that is 10 ampere, I2 is 20 upon 4, correct, that is EMF upon volt. This is the current through the 4 ohm resistance, this is the current through the 2 ohm resistance, this is the current through the 5 ohm resistance. So, less is the resistance, more is the current. Here is the least resistance, so current will be maximum. The total current is I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to 10 plus 5 plus 4, that is equal to 19 ampere. Or total current I, you can calculate from this also. So, total EMF, that is 20 volt upon total resistance, that is equivalent resistance 20 by 19, that is also 19. Here also either you calculate this way sum up or calculate by the total EMF, the EMF of the battery and the equivalent resistance divided by it, you will get the answer of. Example 3.16, page number 129. Two wires of equal length, one of aluminum and other of copper, have the same resistance. That is, length and the resistance are the same for both wires. Which of the two wires is lighter? Hence, explain why aluminum wires are preferred for overhead power cable line. There is transmission line. The resistivity for aluminum is 2.63 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. For copper, the resistivity rho copper is equal to 1.72 into 10 raised to power minus 8 ohm meter. Relative density of aluminum is 2.7 and relative density of copper is 8.9. We know that mass is equal to volume into density. That is, volume is AL. If cross section area is A and length of the wire is L and density is D, then volume AL into density, that is the mass. Now, resistance is equal to rho into L upon A. Therefore, A is equal to rho L upon R, because A is not given. So, we have to calculate by using this equation. R is equal to rho into L by A. The L is the length, A is the area, R is the resistance, and rho is the specific resistance or resistivity. That is resistance per unit length per unit cross section area, we know. From equation 1 and 2, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, put the value of A in this equation. So, it will be rho L square D upon R. Now, two wires have equal length and resistance. The length is same and R is also same. So, mass of copper and mass of aluminum, the mass equation rho copper into L is the L square upon R is common. So, that will be cancelled into rho copper into D copper, that is specific resistance into density of copper upon specific resistance of aluminum into density of aluminum. All data are given, that is 1.72 into 10 raised to power minus 8 into 10 raised to 8.9 is the density upon 2.63 into 10 raised to power minus 8 into the density of aluminum, that is 2.7, that comes about 2.155, roughly equal to, that is, we can write as a rounding off if we do 2.2. So, MCU, mass of copper upon mass of aluminum is 2.2, that is, copper is about 2.2 times heavier than the aluminum. Thus, copper wire is 2.2 times heavier than the aluminum. Since aluminum wires is lighter, it is preferred for overhead power cable, long line power transmission, because you know the aluminum is lighter and it needs a decreases the cost of installation of the plant also. If you use a copper wires are heavy, they need the strong supporting poles also, because transmission line power is generated at the remote place in jungle area where power the hydroelectric power station is installed, or it is away from the city and villages area. From there it is to be transmitted to the villages and city areas. This is done by long line transmission wire, correct. So, on economic point of view, we prefer the lighter material, that is aluminum, lighter conducting metal. Next, 3.19, page number 129. Choose the correct alternative. Alloys of metals usually have greater or less resistivity than their constituent metals. What is the answer? Alloys of metal usually have, the metals have greater resistivity, correct. The answer is greater than that of the constituent parts or metals of which it is composed of. Next, 2. The alloys usually have much lower or higher temperature coefficient of resistance than pure metal. They have lower temperature coefficient of resistance, that is, resistance increases very slowly with the rise of temperature. Such metals we use for heating elements in the electric heater, electric press or kettle, etc. They are generally made of nichrome, cosnan or manganese. Cosnan is also called eureka, its second name. C. The resistivity of the alloy manganese is the alloy, is nearly independent of or increases rapidly with the increase of temperature. Just we have seen here, that is, it is independent of the temperature. It does not increase much more with the negligible rise of resistivity with the rise of temperature. If we plot a graph, almost it will be a straight line. The D. The resistivity of a typical insulator, for example of amber, is greater than that of a metal by a factor of the order of 10 raised to power 22 or 10 raised to power 3, that is 10 raised to power 22. This is the answer. Answers are here. First, A answer is greater, second is lower, third is nearly independent, and D last 4 or D 10 raised to 22.